Okay, so back again. This is the paper pad that I showed in my other video that I didn't actually get around to because I didn't want the video just to be hours and hours long. So this time I'm just doing 2 paper pads in the hopes that I'll get through both of them in under half an hour, because that would be great. So I have this Mambi one, a speciality paper pad that I'd showed in a previous video that I didn't actually end up tearing down. And then I also have this Mambi one, which is all sort of browns and greys. I believe, well, this one definitely came from TK Maxx. Chances are, because it's me, this one probably came from TK Maxx. And I don't think that these have, they don't seem to have names on them. This is PADX 181, if that helps anybody. And this one is 157. So hopefully, if that, you know, these may be available on, you know, resale sites or something if anybody's particularly interested in them. So we'll start with this one, because this is the one I missed last time. Again, I'm going to be tearing them down, so I'm going to ditch the front cover. Although you could, you know, use pieces of the front cover should you so wish. I'm not bothered. So, ditching the front cover. This, although it's very heavily foiled, I'm hoping that you can see that it's catching the light. Yeah. Although it's very heavily foiled, it's beautiful blue foil. And I don't hate it in its whole sheet form, so sometimes I might, you know, would consider cutting them up. Now the weight of this, because it's a 48 pad, I don't think it actually tells me on the paper pad what the GSM is. It's, I mean, you can hear, it's more of a thick paper than a cardstock weight. This again has the branding strips removable at the top with perforations, but I will not do that because you'll end up with a fuzzy edge, so I'll just trim those off with my guillotine trimmer later. Okay, then we have this lovely sort of sagey green with roses, and there's like teeny tiny little butterflies. I love that. So yes, that has to stay. I did say in one of my other videos, I'm not the hugest fan of green. It sort of depends on what colour, you know, what colour green we're talking about. You know, this sagey mossy green, quite like. This I really like as well. Just dots, nothing, can't really go wrong with polka dot, can you? This is a text paper that just basically says family in all different fonts in blue. Again, as I want to do albums with family photos in them, I think I wouldn't use this myself as a whole sheet. I would probably, you know, have sections of it for panels of it on a larger piece or something. But yes, fairly inoffensive, so we'll keep that. I think I said in my last video, but the idea behind this, which I've seen many YouTubers do, is to, behind tearing down your paper pads, is so that you sort of get a nice reminder of papers that you may have forgotten because they've been sat in a pad, and you don't look through those pads when you're going to make a project. And B, that whilst tearing down a paper pad, you may come across patterns that you absolutely loathe and detest personally. You would never use them, you can't see yourself using them. So the idea is that you'll create a purge pile that you'll either, you know, turn them into something else, use the back for white, or re-gift them so that somebody else who may love them gets all the joy of playing with pretty paper. So that's sort of the plan. I mean, this is quite nice as like a background that's pretty much already done for you. Nice, you know, 4x6 family photo there. I'm not loving the gold glitter, but it's not hideous. It's not hideous. So I think as I can't quite decide, you know, I didn't get an instant, ugh, I hate that. So basically how I'm doing this is, you know, if I love it, obviously I'm keeping it. If I hate it, it's going straight in the purge pile. If I'm a bit meh, and as one of the YouTubers that I watch says, you know, I don't love it, but I don't not love it about pattern paper, certain pieces of pattern paper that she's not sure about. So yeah, if I'm kind of meh, on the fence about it, I would rather hold on to it for the moment in the hopes that I will use it. And then when I next go through my pattern papers, when I, you know, in 3 months' time or 6 months' time, etc., either I'll have changed my mind about it and I'll, you know, I'll have a project that I want to use it for, or it'll be like, no, this is sat here for 6 months. I haven't reached for it once. Regift it. So that's, you know, sort of the idea. To create some space in your room and you know, in your crafting space. And also only to have, you know, the things that bring you joy. Now this, my mum would love this. It's basically daisies on blue. This screams my mum to me. I personally, not a fan. On the basis that I could use it to make a page for my mother, I might keep one, but I think the other, because my mum will be the first person who goes through the stash that I get rid of, on the basis that she'll be the first person that goes through my purge stash, I'm going to put one of these into the purge stash to make her day, because I think she'll love it. This is really kind of cute. I'm not, I mean, it's a sort of beigey tan colour. It's basically teeny tiny little flowers at all the intersections. I mean, again, I don't love it. I don't hate it. So what I'm thinking is actually, as there's 2 of these one, I shall keep one and we will regift one. This I really like. Beautiful 2 shades of blue, this like damask-y print. Quite busy, but again, I could see myself using it, and you know, it's going to go into my blue section. So pretty. Oh, now I said in one of the early videos that wasn't the hugest fan of all this UV spot gloss that seems to be all over these pages, but this particular sheet, I mean, it's blue and it's butterflies and it says family memories, but I mean, you could cover that bit up. Sorry, just checking you can see. Yeah, you could totally cover that family memories bit up with something else, and it would appear that possibly, looking at it, possibly my mum has already had one of these, because there's only one of these sheets left. So yes, I'm going to keep the other one. Like a text paper, this one's obviously all about dads in a nice sort of neutral tone. Possibly some bits that you could fussy cut out to make titles. Yeah, I do like my text papers. I think, as I'm not 100% sure about it, I do like it. I will keep both. Oh, this one's all about big sisters. I have a big sister. I mean, it's not all about big sisters. I mean, you could obviously selectively get rid of the big sister bit if you're a middle sister or a baby sister. I'm the baby. It's a nice shade of blue, some pretty, you know, again, bits that you could fussy cut out to use for, you know, titles. So yeah, okay. There only appears to be one of those, so I like that. Wow. This is a plant. I am not the greatest on flowers. I don't actually recognise that. It's very, very foiled. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I do think it's very pretty. I don't know what I should use it for, but we shall keep it. We shall keep it, because there's no law that says we can't. It's rubbish. So this is all about brothers. I personally only have a couple of sort of stepbrother people. But my husband is a brother. Yeah, I think I could see sort of keeping one of these. I don't know that I could justify keeping two, because like I say, I wouldn't use it as a whole sheet anyway. I would be using like strips of it or sections cut out. So I don't see that I need two, so I think I'll regift the other one. Right. So yes, so this one's going to go into, the other one of these is going to go into my purge pile. This, I mean, it's a pretty enough pattern. I just, for whatever reason, it does nothing for me, this sort of like Moroccan-y tile design. I don't hate the design. I don't really hate the colour. There's something about the two together I don't like. So we shall pass those on. This one, again, it's all texty. There are bits of like UV spot gloss and maybe a little bit of foiling on these. Again, I think I could possibly either maybe just use like a panel of it or selectively cut pieces. Ooh, that one needs to come out. I'll get rid of the rubbish. This I really like. I like this sort of focal image down in the corner, which, I mean, I'm sort of started with all of this with, you know, crafting with card making. You know, that could be cut down into a very nice, like, front for a 5x7 card. It's also just a beautiful accent. It's a lovely sort of soft beigey tan colour. So, again, there only seems to be one of those. I believe possibly mother or maybe sister has had some of the bits from this pad. Making such a mess with this. See, these pads are so old. The glue strips are like so brittle, they're breaking everywhere. Ugh. This I really like, sort of a soft buttery yellow. Basic stripe, nothing wrong with that. Another wordy one, but this one's mother. Now, I can't be, you know, I'm obviously not the only one. You know, the vast majority of, certainly when I started, vast majority of scrapbooking paper is made in the US. So they spell mom like this, M-O-M, which obviously, as anybody who's English, British knows that that's not how that's spelled. So that kind of bugs me. However, on this word paper, there are enough instances of mother, although I do not call my mum mother, spelt properly, that, and there are enough phrases, you know, like treasure, love, etc., kindness, my whole world, that I believe I could use. I will keep this, but yes, that is a bit of a pet peeve of mine, of having to be very careful if you buy anything mother related, that if you buy it from the States, etc., chances are most of them only spell them the American way, which, because my family can be a bit picky about grammar and things like that, you know, the fact that if I put something like M-O-M, mom, on something for my mum, that would get called out. I mean, I suppose I could maybe, yeah. Anyway, so this is all like bordery strips. Again, I really don't like this yellowy gold glitter. Not the hugest fan of that. Although, doesn't really seem to shed. So there is that, it has that going for it. I might keep one of these just because, you know, you never know when you're making a page or etc., when you might just want like a tiny little piece to finish something off, and there are some cute pieces in here. But I'm not going to keep both of them. I think the chances of me using one are fairly slim. The chances of me using both of them are pretty much non-existent. So one of those is definitely going to go into the purge section. This I absolutely love. And again, it would appear that somebody's already had one of these. Possibly mother. Obviously all the butterflies. This is lovely. Journaling spot. Absolutely nothing wrong with this paper. I like it. We're keeping it. Okay. Rubbish at the top. This has got a lot of that UV spot gloss on it, but I don't hate it. you know, as far as layout, you know, sort of being basically ready to, you know, stick some photos, stick a title, put a bit of journal, you know, this is a nice background that's kind of, you know, you would have to do very little to that beyond adding your photos to make that look pretty special. So quite happy with that. So we shall keep both of those because we do not know. Now this border strip one, of which again I appear to only have one. This one obviously does not have all of the horrible bright yellowy gold glitter, and therefore will be kept because I like it. This is kind of, it's almost like they're kind of, yeah, it's almost like a kind of goldy browny kind of colour. I don't like the pattern. I don't particularly care for the colour. So that will be regifted. Wow, this is really glittery. I hope it's not making your eyes go funny. This is really lovely, like lime green foil that actually I just really like, you know, I just really like. So that has to be kept as well. Okay. So, did slightly better in that I got rid of, you know, 2, 3, 8 sheets of a not full 48 sheet paper pad. So I mean, not the best I could have done with as far as, you know, actually creating space, but you know, every little bit helps and all that. So we have a purge pile. We have quite a large pile that we're keeping, and I will, like I say, trim the edges off. Okay, that's the ones we're keeping. Right, so much broken bits of glue all over my desk. Right, so this next one, so this is another one. This was the one that I said was 181. So again, we shall get rid of the front cover. Wow, Foil-O-Rama. I think I won't use that. I'm not the hugest fan of gold foil. And maybe, now see, here's me sort of questioning myself now. Maybe, I was thinking certain bits of this could maybe be fussy cut, but it'd be a bit hard. You know, like you could fussy cut a bird cage, but quite, no. We shall just regift them. Just regift them. Just pass them on. You don't need them, Steffi. Okay. Like crumpled up newspaper. And then the top of that is, just want to make it a bit easier. So you guys can see. Top of that has got bird cages across the top. Again, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I think on the basis that I'm not absolutely loving it, I will keep one and purge one. Wow. This one has got black glitter. I mean, again, it's a very pretty frame. I just don't know. I'm not sure, so I'm going to keep both. That's what I said I was going to do if I wasn't sure. Oh, I love a key paper. All these keys, padlocks, nice vintagey paper. So yeah, I think that one's going to get kept as well. It's got like postage stamps and postscripts in the background. So yeah, quite like that. The beigey, lemony, sort of creamy dots. Again, it's quite nice. Wow, very, very foiled. Silver keys all over it. I know that Mel at Creatively Crafted Life, when she finds really heavily foiled papers like this, she cuts them down into panels for cards, which I may do actually. I might keep one intact in case I ever need a 12 by 12 strip of it, and I shall put one into tear down. I should put that in a separate place, she says. This I like, you know, just like Harlequin triangle pattern, creams and browns. Nothing wrong with that. We like it, we'll keep it. 2 of those. This is like large white polka dots on a background of a handwritten, you know, script like letters, etc. Again, nothing wrong with that. We like that one. This I don't hate. It's all sort of vintage, looks like vintage French adverts for various things, spirits and liqueurs and fine wines. I know enough French to decode that. I can't really see myself, me personally, using this. So I think I will purge both of those. This has got that UV spot gloss. We've got a crown at the top and a butterfly and a postmark. I might keep one of these. Although I don't like the spot gloss, I do like this sort of crumpled cardboard section in the middle, which I think would be nice for like matting photos and things on. So I'm going to keep one of those. And one of them we'll say goodbye to. Bye bye paper. Ledger paper. We like a ledger paper. That butterfly could easily be fussy cut. Nice little, you know, beginnings of a cluster down here. So yeah, those are going to stay. Nice crumpled, you know, background with the sort of crumpled up cardboard brown paper style. Nice little cluster started off in the corner for you with the bird. And I mean, yeah, this is one of those ones I like it or I don't like it. Yeah, I'm a bit I don't know. I think I'll keep one and we'll get rid of the other one. This is very busy and quite dark for me, although there are some fussy cutting opportunities here, and I'm sure there are probably people going, oh no, you should keep that. I can't see that I would use it, and I'm trying to be really ruthless and, you know, actually get rid of some stuff. This is sort of like a browny textured paper with almost like a mother of pearl foiling over it. So depending on how it catches the light, it depends on, you know, how it looks. I think I would probably not use that on anything. So I think I may put that into one of the sections that Mel has of cutting it down to use with cards. This is nice. This is just postcard, like a random collage of postcards in this nice sort of mustardy-ish yellowy brown. I don't really know what kind of colour to call that, with nice little pops of red from the postage stamps. I don't love it, I don't hate it. So again, as with all the others, I don't love it and I don't hate it. I'm going to keep one and we're going to gift one. Oh, now see, this I like. It's a bit cleaner, more defined. This I could see doing like a 6x8. And I just like the scripty writing in the background, although it's the same sort of paragraph repeated. Last night after work, Mildred and I went and saw the new Pine Room, maybe, and had hot chocolate and popcorn. Lovely. Sorry, see, this is what I mean. I get distracted by anything with a written word on it. So I think as I like those, I like the cluster individually, I like the page as a whole, and I like enough bits of it that I would use it for like matting of photos and stuff. That all has to be kept. Wow. I mean, that's a bit meh, isn't it? You know, it's just brown stripes. So I think a bit meh. We'll keep one. Another one. This is the same sort of idea as those postcard paper that I kept one of, But this has got all the UV on it, like all over, on the writing and everything. So again, and actually there's so much UV on this one. There's like great big sections of it that have been like spot glossed. I mean, I could probably get some bits that only had a tiny bit on. So I think we'll keep one again, because there are bits of it that I would use. But I mean, like this whole bottom corner is just UV too much. Now, that's a bit random as to, you know, like looking at the other papers that we've kept. This doesn't really seem like it belongs in this pad. Having said that, it's, you know, sort of like chalky giant polka dots in black and white. I don't know that it really goes with the rest of the papers in this pad, but I like it. Yeah, it just, that seems a bit jarring to me, like that was supposed to be in a whole different pad. Maybe not. This is, oh, glitter. This is, in theory, encapsulated glitter. I don't like the pattern. I don't like the fact that the glitter sheds. So we say hasta la vista to that one. Thank you very much. This, I like the bird cages at the top. I like the sort of just neutral colours. So that one needs to stay as well. This one is all just handwriting. So again, we love a text paper. That crumpled sort of cardboard. Not a huge fan of the edgings on it, but it's not horrible. So, and I like enough of the rest of it that I would think I would use it. Now this is a border strip. This is a very glittery border strip. Bits of music notes. I think I might keep one. And the other one we will say farewell, thanks for all the glitter. Two, and then that is the end of both of those. So we have this great big stack that we kept from the first paper pad, which is going to be like an inch or so. And then we have this fairly big stack that we kept from the second paper pad, and the Purge collection from both, which is, you know, maybe like a quarter of an inch, maybe even half an inch. So I think, you know, I would call that a success. Right, so thank you for watching me rip things apart and gibber inanely. If you want to like and subscribe this video, if you want to see more of these, I have many more paper pads with which I need to do exactly the same. And eventually I will start sharing videos of other things. But in the meantime, happy crafting. Hope you're having a lovely day, week, month, year, etc. Hope this entertained you for a couple of minutes, and I'll catch you again.